Hello, good afternoon. My name is Wendy Puerto, and I'm going to talk about immigration. Immigration was coined in the 7th century, referring to know what like a population movement between the emerging nation states. When people cross national borders during their immigration, they are called mi- uh, migrants or immigrants. For Latin migrant wandered from the perspective of the destination country, in contrast from the perspective of the country from which they live. They are called immigrants or out migrants. And immigration is a process um, through which individuals become permanent residents or citizens of another country. Historically, the process of immigration has been of great social, economic, and cultural benefits to states. Um, Commuter service and other short-term stays in a destination country do not fall under the definition of immigration or migration. Seasonal labor immigration is sometimes includes however push and pull factors, referring to the economic, political, and social influences by which people immigrate from to a specific country. Immigrants are motivated to leave their former country of citizenship um, or habitual residence for a variety of reasons, include a lack of local local access and to resources and a desire for economic prosperity, to find or enhance in their work and to better introduce and better their standard of living, family reunification, and retirement, climate, or environmental. Or induced migration style escapes from per, perdute and conflict or natural disasters. Um, or simply the wish to change one's quality of life.
Good afternoon. My name is Norma Ramirez, and I'm going to talk about the society values. They are the ones that reflect our sense of right and wrong. They help us grow and develop as a society. These values help us create the future we want, and the decisions we make every day are a reflection of our values. We learn most of them from our parents and extended families. Our family values stem from our social and cultural values. Sometimes new life experiences may change them. From our may change our values we previously held. Social values reflect how we relate to society. Some of those are justice, freedom, respect, community, and responsibility. Values can be contagious. If you practice them, many others will also do it, including our children in the future. Hopefully, more practice from all of us will leave the world a better place for future generations. Some of the values our society needs the most are empathy, which is defined as understanding and sharing the feelings of another. People need to understand who others are and accept who they are. Respect. Mutual respect is needed for all of us. This is what makes us human. Having respect for everyone despite the differences between us, is vital in order for a society to function well. Love. Having love in our hearts keeps us from feeling the need to harm others. Love helps us acknowledge the similarities we all share rather than the differences of color, religion, or sexual orientation. Loyalty. Is a value that binds us to a person, thing, or sentiment. With loyalty, we do not betray. If we all share loyalty, it will help us build the strength needed to stand up against something that will harm our society. And the last one, honesty. One form of honesty in society is accepting yourself. With honesty, you can admit your flaws and take the necessary steps to improve yourself as a person.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Francisco Lopez, and I'm going to talk about the minorities in the United States. Okay, that's good. An ethnic minority is a group of people who differ in race of color or in national, religious, or cultural origin from the dominant group, often the majority population of the country in which they live. America has always been a nation of racial diversity with Spaniards in Florida, English in Massachusetts, Africans in Georgia, and Native Americans across the continent. Diversity, yes, but with a majority and minority divide for most of the history. Majority white and multiple minorities. Some interesting. By 2044, there will be no majority race in America. In 28 years, whites are estimated to make up 49.7% of the population, Hispanic 25%, Blacks 12.7%, Asian 3.7%, and another 3.7% will be multiracial. As of July 2016, white Americans are the racial majority. Hispanic and Latino America are the largest ethnic minority, comprising as estimated 18% of population. African American are the second largest racial minority, comprising in estimate 30.4% of the population. The white non-Hispanic or Latino population make up 61% of the nation's total, with a total white population, including white, Hispanic, and Latinos, being 77%. Okay, for experts and sociologists, Louis Weir in 1945, he said that minority is a group as any group of people who because of their physical or cultural characteristics are singled out from the others in the society in which they live for a differential and unequal treatment, and who therefore regards of themselves as objects of collective discrimination. The third minority connotes discrimination, and it is sociological use. The term subordinate group can be used interchangeably with the third minority, while the third dominant group is often substitute for the group that's in the majority. Okay, continue with the next topic.
Well, consumerism. Okay, the consumerism, the definition is the protection of the rights and interests of the general pool of buyers on or an obsession with buying material goods or items. Okay, laws and rules that protect people who shop and spend are examples of consumerism. An obsession with shopping and acquiring stuff is an example of consumerism.
Okay, that's good. Consumerism refer to the excessive and unnecessary purchase and accumulation of goods and service by the population. That is the acquisition of products that are outside of what is considered essential. It is a very common phenomenon in today's society, which has been increasing due to the new forms of promotion and adversity that are available, mostly through the social network. Currently, largest scale consumerism is contemporary society is seriously compromised due to the indiscriminate use of natural resources in the application of models based on sustainably economic.
Consumerism also helps shape some business practice. Planned obsolescence of consumer goods can displace competition among producers to make more durable products. Marketing and advertising can become focused on creating consumer demand for new products rather than informing consumers. This is everything of our presentation. Thank you very much.